Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and welcome to what's in my makeup bag for July. This July I did theme my bag. YouTube made me buy it. Some things are new. I did only grab a handful of things. And they are from channels that I watch a lot of, and when I watch them I'm like, yes, this product is something that makes me think of them. I'll leave all of their channels and their names down below. Please go check them out. They are some great channels and I love their uploads. So if you're excited to see how I got this look today, go ahead and stick around. We're gonna get right into the video. Okay, now that I have you zoomed in, let's put some makeup on my face. First, I have to say I have all of my skincare on. I don't have sunscreen because I'm trying something new. A wonderful lady here on YouTube, her name is Jen, over at Beaudiction. I will leave her channel linked below. She's always talking about the Cotz sunscreen that she actually uses it as a primer. So my sunscreen ran out. I went and I grabbed this and I want to give it a try because she raves about it so much. This is the Cotz Healthier Sunscreen Face Moisturizer Lightly Tinted SPF 35, and it is Hydrate and Protect Mineral Sunscreen for the face. You do get 1.5 ounces, and I believe this was about $24 at Ulta, but I was able to use a coupon, so it was $3.50 off. So I'm super excited to try this. I would like to try to change over to all mineral sunscreen, I think, especially for my face, but I know it leaves a white cast, but because this has a tint to it, I'm hoping it won't be as a stark ashy. So it does squeeze out. It actually does look just like a primer, like the what do you call it, the silicone primers. It's very thick and moussey, just like that. So I did just do a little dot. It definitely does smooth on the skin really, really nicely. I am going to very liberally put this all over so I don't get any sunburn. So that little nugget did my big forehead and about half of one side of my face, so I am going in with a little bit more. The consistency I really like. It's not greasy. It does smell, is that coconut I smell? Yeah, it smells like it has a coconut in it. A very fresh coconut, almost like a coconut oil, if you're familiar with that. That scent, it's very, very light. But I like coconut, so it doesn't smell like the coconut sunscreen smell. It's almost sweeter than regular coconut, so I did do too much that time, but that's okay. We'll get the neck and the ears because you don't want to forget to sunscreen your ears. There's nothing worse than burnt ears. I mean, really, there's nothing that's great when it's burnt at all. So that, I actually really, really like it. So far, I don't think it's throwing a white cast too much. It does look like a little bit in the viewfinder, but my face is also a little bit lighter than the rest of my face just because makeup remover does remove the fake tan. But I'm gonna let this sink in for a little bit because it does feel a little tacky. Not sure if it's supposed to stay tacky, but I do feel like it did kind of blur a lot. I would definitely wear this on its own. I mean, I would have to tan my face a little bit more, but I would definitely wear this on its own. Okay, it has been a couple minutes. It does still feel very hydrating on the skin. It does claim to be hydrating. There is dimethicone in here, so I definitely do see some blurring of like the larger pores right here. But so far, I really, really do like it. I mean, it's not greasy, oily like a usual sunscreen. I just finished applying a bunch of moisturizer, so that might be why it's taking a little bit longer to dry down, but I am going to move on because I've had way too much coffee and I've got to talk. And yeah, so next I want to talk about some makeup sponges that my dear friend here on YouTube, her name is Heather Austin. I will leave her channel down below. She's always raving about these Juno & Co sponges. They do come in a 4-pack. I did get 4-pack right here. They do come individually wrapped, which is really nice. They are sealed. But I thought I ordered the one that had 2 of this kind and 2 of this kind that she recommended, but I bought all the same kind, so I do have the other ones on order so that I can test out the other sponge. But I do want to say these are really, really interesting. It's very bouncy. They absorbed water very, very well so far, so I'm excited to see how this does. They were $18 for 4 of them, which is a pretty fair price. It breaks it down to, you know, just under $5 a piece, right? Yeah, I think so. We'll go with it. And they did definitely blow up to quite a bigger size from this original thing. And they do include a little instruction booklet on how to care for your sponge. It's pretty basic, but I like it so far. Sometimes I don't. I'm always worried about trying a new sponge because then it's, you know, the hard ones. But this one, it feels very, very squishy and it bounces back very, very nice. And I am just going to go in with a regular foundation, which technically YouTube did make me buy this. I kept hearing about it and I decided, okay, I'm going to try it for myself. I'm very happy that I did. I am in the shade 455. And I am just going to use the rounder end of here and start dabbing. It's not hard. So that's really, really nice. And it does seem to be applying my makeup very, very well. I'm excited to try a different type of sponge. It's different because it is a microfiber sponge, which is strange. And I think I like it. I mean, it definitely is spreading product really nicely. It's not like I'm able to bounce back over and it's not re-picking up a product that was already there. I've had some sponges that do that. It's so annoying because you aren't able to build. So I was almost worried that with it being a microfiber, it would be too grippy. But it's not. It's not grabbing at all, and it does seem to be spreading the foundation really well. Actually, I did 2 pumps on my hand, and I got my whole face. I need to get my neck a little bit, but with my L'Oreal sponge, which I've repurchased a couple times now, I really, really love that one. I've been sold on that for quite a while. I do use 3 pumps because it does absorb quite a bit. So I think, well, because it is a sponge, it's going to absorb some. I don't think this absorbed as much as my L'Oreal sponge does. Like I said, I have to do 3 full pumps just to get my face and my neck. And 2 in, I mean, I did a half pump and I got way too much on my hand here. And I don't feel like I need to build it anywhere. I mean, it really bounced on so quick. I'm impressed. So I've got extra product. I have nowhere to put it because this little guy, first impressions, I'm really, really loving this little guy. Thank you, Heather. Okay, next I have another YouTube made me buy it product. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. No one specifically, but when you think of concealer on YouTube, you think Nars, right? I do. I mean, so I did. Finally, I'm going to join in and I'm going to try this. I do have mine in the shade Custard. This concealer was $30 and you do get 0.22 fluid ounces, which is pretty standard. And I believe there's 20 plus shades in this. You should be able to find something close to your skin tone. It does do warm, cool, neutral, and I believe this is a neutral. Medium, light neutral, I think. So I am going to apply this. I'm super excited to try this. It's supposed to be amazing for crinkles and wrinkles, right? So I'm just going to do one side, and I'm going to do this side with my finger and this side with the sponge, see how well it applies. I'm not doing a wear test, but I will update on my other socials, and then again at the end of the month when I kind of do my haul update after I've really tried all the products. But so far, I really like it. It definitely is moisturizing. I feel like it really blended out super quick. Super easy. It doesn't seem to be causing any issues as far as application with a finger. Okay, and then this side, I will do the same. But I'm going to use this sponge, see if it works better. And I'm just going to try to pinch it. I'm so mad I didn't get the other one. Lesson learned, really double check, because there was other options to get different like sets and stuff. The sponge and the concealer definitely seem to be playing pretty good together. I definitely think I got a little bit more coverage on this side than this side. Maybe just a little bit like on the center. Just like right there. Oops. But it's not settling. Like on either side. It's not settling in those little crinkles right there. So I'm going to let it sit for a little bit because this foundation I actually can sit and let it kind of dry down on itself, which I kind of want to do. While this is drying down, I am going to zoom through my eyebrows really quick. Okay, my face is pretty much dry, although it is a little tacky, so I am going to go through and put a little bit of powder on. I will say I did have to pat out the side that I used my fingers for the concealer. Also doesn't feel like it's going to dry down itself, so I am going to place a little bit of powder underneath my eye, just so I don't have any transfer with mascara. So I am going to go in with my little puff here, and this Pixi, this is a finishing powder, but I really, really like this. It's very, very lightweight, and it definitely blurs more of my fine lines and pores. Is that that? But I just kind of roll it on. I do find these on Amazon. I believe it was a 3-pack or 4-pack. I really, really like them. But I just kind of go through and just pat it in, and it really does just kind of help set everything down. And it also does really well underneath my eyes, which many powders do not do well there, but this one does just fine. For my eyes, I will just kind of pinch this and go in and press. And I'm going to use this banana setting powder down here. Now I'm gonna go over my eyebrows right here. I saw this, somebody did this, and if you ever go kind of crazy over with your eyebrows and you dust this over, it kind of makes it look a little bit more natural, which this one's crazy not natural today, but this does help. I have tried it. That's right there. And just do one more comb through and they should be good. More lifelike instead of crazy. Ooh, they were very crazy today. I really have been enjoying contouring again, which is a little crazy. I think I go in spurts, but I think having a really good palette, it does really, really help. And I have been enjoying using this brush by Real Techniques. It's actually supposed to be a highlighting brush, but I actually like it for a kind of crazy contour right there. Kind of shade in over there. Yeah, I was really bummed I didn't like it for highlighting, but I did find a use for it very quickly. Actually, now that I think about it, this was technically bought because of YouTube. I kept seeing it everywhere on YouTube, and I decided I wanted to give it a try, and I do really like it. I got this last month, so I've had quite some time with this palette, and I like it. I like it a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I just really love all of the tones. I love that you can build into this too, which is really, really nice. Oh crap, I powdered my face. We're gonna try this anyways. I keep hearing Jessica over at Jam Beauty 89 talk about the Flower Beauty blush bombs, and I did pick one up. I got mine in the shade Pinched. We will try this still to see if it does go over top. I knew I should have laid everything else out. I still have everything in the makeup bag. So this was $10 and you do get 0.3 fluid ounces, which it being a kind of squeezy tube, I would imagine that you need very, very little product. Let's see. I'm going to start just with a little dot. And my very dirty makeup sponge, we're going to pick that up and we're going to place that on the cheeks. I hope this does okay. It doesn't seem to be picking up any of the foundation on my cheeks. It does seem to be just adding that really, really a flushed look that I really, really have been enjoying. So I am going to add one more dot right there. I'm going to dab it, dab it, dab it, and then I just apply it right there. Well, it makes me happy that I didn't totally screw it up for the day. I definitely put too much on one side, but I always with a blush. So I'm excited to try this. I don't have any liquid cream blushes. I have a couple blush sticks and they're okay. But I actually really like the tone of this one. It's really, really pretty. It's very, very, like a natural flushed look. And you used so little. So less than what I would use for concealer. So this will last forever. But very, very pretty. I'm going to let this dry down really quick. I recently got back into this Ofra highlighter in Star Island. So I have been enjoying this again. It's so pretty. If you can't get your hands on this one, if you like the shade of it, the Wet n Wild loose highlighter in I'm So Lit is the same color. So there's a little dupe for you in case you did like this one. Alright, let's talk eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I have a palette from Dose of Colors Marvelous Mauve. This palette is something I think of when I think of Samantha March. She talks about this all the time. She uses it a lot on her channel, and she also just put it in her project pan for this year. And I'm like, if it's one of her favorites that she's trying to pan it, I like mauves. So I wanted to try it. I did grab this. I am going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer Nude just because this is something I know how everything wears underneath it, and it'll be a fair shot for the eyeshadow palette. Okay, the packaging on here is really pretty. It is kind of a reflective pinky kind of a shade. And you do get a nice plastic piece, which I do appreciate, and also a brush in here. We will try to use a brush as well as a good sized mirror here. If you were traveling and needed a mirror, this would absolutely do the job for you. So you do have 5 shades in here. And they are all mattes. So let's go ahead and do some quick swatches. They're very soft. Okay, we have these 3 shades first. This is Fluffy, Rosy, Wishy Washy. Oh wow, very pigmented, very soft. They aren't skipping at all. They are swatching absolutely how you would want them to swatch. Even though you're not supposed to trust a swatch or, you know, make full judgment on the swatch, it is nice to actually see the pigment. The last 2 shades are Spaced Out and Wine Stain. Oh, these are gorgeous. I am now really excited, and now I want all of them. Alright, I'm going to take a fluffy brush right here, and I'm going to start in the center shade right here, which is Wishy Washy. And I'm going to put this in the crease, almost in my natural crease, is where I'm going to kind of target the most of the pigment, and I'm going to take that up. Lots of pigment first dip in, but it does blend out too. So it's not like where you put it, it kind of is what it is. It definitely blended out beautifully. Oh, I like that. I'm going to do a little bit more. Oh my goodness, yes. I really do like an all matte look a lot of times, and oh, I'm so excited to have this right now. That is beautiful. Okay, next I want to try their little brush here. You do get two different sides right here. You get kind of a smaller pencil and then a shadow-ish brush, but I'm going to take the, I think I'm going to take Rosy right here. I'm going to use the fluffier side. And I'm just going to place this kind of on the center towards the inner. Oh, that's really pretty on the eyes. That is so pretty on the eyes. Oh, I'm super excited. Okay, and then I'm going to take my trusty small tapered blendy brush, and I'm going to dip. Oh, let's do it. Let's do Wine Stain down here, which is the darkest shade. This one did pick up quite a bit in pan, but it might have been my brush, so I'm not getting follow on my face, which is really, really nice. That's almost more important than kick up in the pan. It does blend in absolutely beautifully. I am able to control the pigment as far as where it is and where it's going. Oh, I really like this. I really, really like it. Going back in with that crease shade, just blending those two together. There's nothing on this, just whatever was there. Just blending the two. They do seem to be blending into each other, just absolutely like they should be. They play well together. It's kind of annoying when you get a palette that doesn't play well with itself. It's like, really? You couldn't make it play well with itself, because then usually it doesn't play well with others either. Okay, next I'm going to take the smaller pencil side, and I'm going to go into Fluffy, which is the lightest shade here. And I'm going to put this on the inner corner, keeping it very close, but just brightening it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take that over on the first third or first quarter of the eye. Very, very cool. Okay, and then I'm going to dust it off and then dip back into, oh, let's do this shade right here, Rosy. And we'll take this on the lower lash line. That way we've used the whole palette and we can see how well it plays with everything. I did just use this other side with Wishy Washy and just kind of blend it back into this lower here. This little brush is actually a really decent detail brush. I really like it. Alright, I'm going to zoom through this eye and I will be right back. This is the finished eyeshadow look. I didn't use this shade, but I have no doubt that it's absolutely beautiful. It would actually be beautiful just on its own. Actually, all of these would be beautiful just on their own. So I am super excited to have this. I'm excited to keep playing with it. I am so much in love. First impressions, I'm in love. I am going to go ahead and line my eyes with the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in Grease. I cannot do this on camera. It takes me a minute, but I really like it. So I will be right back. Okay, lastly, I do have something from Shelly over at Geek Out of Water. If you haven't seen her channel, please go watch it. She is amazing. She always talks about CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and I finally got around to trying it, and I accidentally grabbed waterproof, but I'm not going back to the store. So we're going to try out the waterproof. Hopefully it's the same formula as the original, but she really, really loves it. Does say that 90% people like the results. 4 out of 5 saw longer, thicker lashes. So that is absolutely what I want, is longer, thicker lashes. Yeah, gonna give my lashes a quick curl because I do have a couple on it. My Hydrate on this side. They definitely, they grow straight. They don't really curl very well, so they look weird. But we do have a kind of a hourglass shaped wand here. It doesn't look too big. Sometimes these hourglass wands really make a mess on my eyes. So far, so good. I need a mirror. Get into this one so I can get very close. It doesn't seem like it's a very dry formula, but it doesn't seem very wet either. Yeah, there it goes. I made a mistake. It does seem to be coating my lashes very evenly. I am a 2-coat kind of person, so we will definitely go in with the second coat here. Yeah, I'm just so messy with these dang wands. So hopefully it scratches off well. Alright, let's try a second coat. But the first coat, it does look nice. You just kind of can't see it because the black mascara. That's why I usually don't like black mascara, because then it kind of makes it look like I don't have any eyelashes. And I'm not very good at like fake eyelashes, like at all. So I have to just have a really good mascara. But let's see if we can build some length on this. Okay, you can definitely build this up. This second coat really made them much longer than just one coat did. So definitely a 2-coat mascara. Actually not mad that I got the waterproof because it is summer and I like to wear mascara to the beach. If anything, I always have mascara on. I don't know why. That's one thing I have to have. But yeah, it definitely builds really well on itself. Oh, other than I'm insanely messy with it. My gosh. The wand is big. But those are some beautiful lashes. I will have to say that. So hopefully this works well. Hopefully it doesn't take forever and kind of peel my lips right off. I am going to go in with the Soap & Glory Pillow Plump right here. Sexy Mother Pucker. Really, really like this stuff. It definitely gives a good zing for a while. But it is just a very beautiful nude kind of lip gloss, and it lasts quite a while. So I'm going to zoom you out and give you some final thoughts. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys are excited for the month of July. I am super excited, and thank you to all the YouTubers out there that have really kind of hyped up some items that make me think of you. I really, first impressions, love this sponge. Heather, these are great. I'm definitely going to be ordering the other one that's kind of more domey and it's got a point, so I think that'll help better with the concealer inner corner and everything. But this, right off the bat, I like it. It's like a well-used sponge, you know, it bounces back really well, and I use less foundation, which is great. That's one thing I don't like about a sponge, is it soaks up so much foundation. So thank you, Heather. I'm excited to keep using that one. The Nars Radiant Concealer, thank you, YouTube. Nobody in specific, but like I said, just when you think of a favorite YouTube concealer, you hear a lot about the Nars, so I'm excited to kind of keep trying it out. First impressions, I like it. I like the coverage. It's a very medium coverage. I didn't try to build it just because I didn't feel the need to, so I like it so far. I didn't have a preference on how it applied either. The Flower Beauty Blush Balm, I like this, and I was so sad that I was like, I powdered my face before I put this on. I was like, oh no, and I like debated about refilming as a whole, but I was just winged it, went on through, and it didn't pull up any of the foundation or anything, even though I did put powder on before. So that's fantastic, and I'm really excited to keep using that one off the bat. Thank you, Jessica. I do love that blush. The Cotz sunscreen / I used it for a primer. This was, you know, I kind of think of Jen from Beaudiction because she's always talking about this. I like it. It never did dry down. I don't know if it would, but it might if I didn't use so much skincare before that. So I like it. I like the fact that it is a mineral sunscreen, but it didn't do that white cast. I don't think it was the sunscreen. I think really my face is probably 2 shades darker, or I mean lighter than the rest of my body because of the self tanner and exfoliating and all that other good stuff that I do to my face. It does come off. So I definitely love this. I'm really, really happy I have it. It is on the pricier side than a regular kind of sunscreen, but it is a mineral sunscreen and those are better. Go ahead and check it out because I really like this. The shadow palette, this Marvelous Mauves by Dose of Colors. I'm so excited to have this. Oh my god. This is what I wanted. I bought the L'Oreal Nudes 2 or Nudes Intense, and it was supposed to be mauve-y, and it's supposed to be that, and it was not. So I really love this. Thank you, Samantha. I definitely go check out her channel. She uploads all the time, and they're great, great videos. She's working on panning this, and I can absolutely see that happening because it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. This is a beautiful palette. Definitely worth the money. And the last thing that YouTube did make me buy is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. I cannot say that. I've had way too much coffee, and I'm kind of zinging. I did buy the waterproof. I'm not sure if it's the same formula as the regular. I know sometimes they do differ. I may pick up the other one just to kind of test it out against each other, but I do like a waterproof mascara. I'll give you updates. But this, it was recommended from Shelly over at Geek Out of Water. Go check her channel out. I love her channel so much, and finally got around to getting this on my eyes. I do think it's buildable. I think so far it's very beautiful on the eyes, and it definitely did what it said it was supposed to do. So whether it's waterproof, I will put it to the test. I will wear this to the beach. If you are not already, please subscribe. Please follow me on my other socials, and you know, you'll see this worn at the beach, and I'll let you know if this is beach proof. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!